Here's the thing as well. I just wanted to ask you: did both of you go to Iceland, or was it just?
No,
just
we did.
We've been sometimes.
Many
like,
years.
Many years. I mean, like 2, 3, 4 times.
That's right. Yeah. Nice place. So, what did you make of it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we normally go for explaining exhibitions about buying a property in Spain.
Oh, it's one of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's about conveyancing and telling them how the process is, how they could apply for a mortgage, how the system works.
About taxes, about financing.
Well, it's not a nationality we think much of, around. We don't have that many here, or do we?
No, there is 350,000 people probably in the whole island. So, so it's not a lot of people, but they've got a lot of interest.
Yeah,
sure.
Probably more in the south of Costa Blanca, in the area of Rojales, Guardamar, in that area. It looks like that is like a mouth to mouth. I mean, there are neighbours that speak with some other neighbours in Iceland, and they buy another property and they buy another property, and then there's some people in make like a very small colony there.
Yeah, sure. It's a traditional thing for them. Yeah. They've been to Torrevieja many years ago, probably because developers at the time went there and explore it and try to bring the clients, and the clients bring their friends. And they like the sunny times, and it's like here in Heredia, there is a lot of nationalities, but it happens exactly the same with the Dutch as well. And now there are coming a lot of them.
Yes.
Because they like it, they share it with their friends, and they just like the area, and they choose the area. So I think it's
somewhere like Iceland and maybe Norway, the north of Norway. You like more than 4 hours of daylight per day, so you come to Spain for a bit. Or sometimes like 2 hours of daylight, whatever it is in there. But it's -1 in Reykjavik, I can tell you that, in the capital at the moment.
Right.
But I was going to tell you the you know the English expression urban myth. Mm-hmm. It means the things that everyone believes, but it's not actually true.
Yeah.
That Iceland, they changed the name of Iceland to Iceland to make it sound less appealing to anyone going to invade.
Oh, really?
Invaders, yeah.
Oh,
But it's not true. Everyone thinks that's a real thing, but it's not.
Right.
I'm myth busting here. Not like Greenland, which sounds very appealing, and it is to one or two people at the moment, as we know, very much in the news. Now, what do you want to start with? So we're getting into, it soon comes around, doesn't it, the various periods of the year where you need to have completed your tax returns, and now are we into Modelo 720 time already?
Yeah, I mean,
that's up to March, isn't it?
Yeah, as a reminder, you will have anybody who was not a tax resident last year and this year, or actually, that last year was the first tax year as a resident. They are obliged to declare Modelo 720 from 1st of January to the 31st of March. There is 3 type of, I will call it, blocks to comply with. You have bank accounts over 50,000 euros, investment over 50,000 euros, and property purchase price over 50,000 euros. And then if you have already lodged that, you will have to submit it. If you did cancel any of these products, or inherited, or just transmitted, and if you even made over 20,000 euros on top of it, so increase. Mm-hmm. You've got all the information just for you to read through in the website on Heredia and what we do, and then 720. But that's roughly...
it is an informative declaration, informative application. Is that it's not to pay taxes, but obviously you inform the tax office about your assets worldwide.
It is worldwide. It's
not in Spain, not the Spanish ones.
Right.
Just worldwide.
Yeah, that's where it comes in. So, see if you qualify, and it might be the first time you have to do it. If nothing's changed, you don't need to do another one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, that's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that starts the first declaration in Spain before the tax office. So it's very important you start disclosing this information. Then you have from April to June the income tax return and the wealth tax.
Wealth tax.
Yeah, sure.
And it puts yourself into a picture where you are.
Yes, they have fun little deadlines throughout the year. To lighten the mood. So now you need to get your tax return in.
This is like a reminder, basically.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we are too early. I mean, today is too early still.
Yeah, sure.
We've got plenty of time yet.
If it was me, yes, it'll be the last day of March. Mine would go in like Ned Flanders. I'll toss it through the window of the office just as they're closing, probably. But that's just the way I organise my life. What else is going on? Yeah, how's the office going? Because we talked to you, Ignacio, about the Calpe office, which is insurance themed. Well, it's Mapfre, right? Yeah.
The last time we talked and introduced the new office in Calpe is on one of the main roads. If you drive from Moreira to Calpe, Benissa to Calpe.
Yeah, it's just as on the it's the N332 there, isn't
Yes.
it? So you just branch off down the road. It's,
Yeah,
I can tell it's the KFC road.
Yeah,
it's that one.
yeah. It's a very good location, and then we have 3 people. One is retiring, and then we have 2 other ladies, one bilingual and the other one Spanish, and then we cover that, and we try to give assistance to all our P&H clients about insurance and investments. I mean, we got the MiFID as well, and then we've got the license to talk about as financial advisors as well.
Yes, both of you, yeah.
And even though we just try to unify that, and the service is provided by private banking, Mapfre Private Banking, and he's the one who really just pinned down and does the job on the specific.
Yes,
even though Pedro and myself, we've got the license. Yeah.
Yes, but anyone listening, they're sort of saying, "Oh, right, they're selling insurance now, are they?" But
No,
it's not like that. You're not doing it yourselves personally.
No.
You've got qualified, proper people running it.
That's right. I mean, at the end of the day, it was an office that she was retired. It was offered to us. We took over because a lot of clients need assistance, and this is like an extra leg for the whole company if people need assistance with insurance. And investment, and probably you could say why you chose Mapfre. Well, Mapfre is number 1 in Spain as an insurance. It has a lot of impact in all the Spanish cultural and South America as well. So it's very important.
Yeah.
And they're very, very straight, and they're solvent. And we consider is a good.
That was one of, I mean, obviously the most reputable company, and they're solvent. They are the answer. I mean, when something happens, they are there.
Yes,
and we knew this, and we wanted to join. Obviously, someone number 1, reputable, and this is why we joined them in terms. Obviously, there is people working in the office. And but we don't sell obviously the insurance.
No, sure. But what it means is that you can offer it to, like, I think it was
immigration.
Yes, for immigration. I think
immigration. Well, for example, we know it's not the cheapest, and we accept that. Okay, but you need to compare. When you have insurance, you need to know if you're only concentrated on the money or on the service, and then you choose. If you go only for the money. I mean, even Mapfre has Bertie, and he's an online company, and you could do it probably much, much cheaper certain things. But when you want service or more coverage, let's put it this way, then it's good for you to compare what it covers and what it doesn't. For example, from a health insurance point of view, if you go in Orihuela and Torrevieja, they've got a sign just at the entrance and what every company and what covers. And you will see from a comparison the hospital does, the Mapfre is number 1 covering on the health insurance point of view. Now, whether you're not happy to pay that, that's fine. But then when you go to the hospital, they will say, well, your company only covers this, only covers that, and only covers...
Yeah.
So it's like everything, you know. You need to know what you're paying for and what kind of service and what kind of coverage. And that was the reason. It was more about giving service to people, and you cannot play with all the insurance companies. You need to pick the one. And for us, clients are number 1, and we chose number 1 company as well. So
I think if you get any clients in from the US, they may think it's not that expensive compared to if it's healthcare, health insurance.
That's exactly.
It's extremely different on the payment. I mean, in the US, they pay a lot. I mean, I would say, I don't know. I mean, probably 10 times more. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes, it's a thing. We don't sort of think about it, but even like Canada, it's pretty much free healthcare there, and then in the States, it's just people can't afford it.
I know.
You get taken away in an ambulance, like $5,000 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It is, if you're not covered, if you've not got any cover.
Yeah, probably. They see a big difference. And I think over in the United States, I think probably that's another business, isn't it? I mean, you have the Social Security, which is minimum, and then you have these as a business. So if you could afford to pay it, if you don't, then you don't have service. Right. And here is a good thing, the beauty of it. Now, clients that are holding visas here, and we obviously help them with the insurance, or they could choose their own insurance. Okay, but at the end of the day, we help them. We help in organising the insurance for them as well.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Sure.
So, and travelling insurance, health insurance, if you have death insurance, that now is quite good because you could pay in stages. It's about service, And now Mapfre is doing a lot on investments. So they're trying to just turn out the company, just competing like banks,
like banks.
Private banking in a way.
Determined, very specialized people on investments. Obviously, they invest all around the world, all the products that many private banking has. So it's really good. It's really good.
Can I ask you the most sort of basic of questions? I hope it's not a curveball either. But do they speak English? Are they sort of multilingual?
Well, every office is different. So if they just pop into their closest Mapfre, we don't know. I mean, it depends on the person who runs it.
Yes, I suppose
because everyone is different. But the good thing with us is that we cover that. So in our case, in Calpe and Pellicer Heredia office, all our clients, that covers. Then I know there is a telephone number that when they ring because there is an issue, they've got the English number.
Okay.
Okay. They're not that focused so much on the expat community. It was created for the Spaniards.
Yes, of course.
And very conservative. So even from an investment point of view, they're quite conservative. They don't like risking too much. It's money from clients. And I think it's a good partner.
Something that, the clients that we in these areas that are retired, they just want to relax and see that they maintain the money. And obviously there's much profit that they get. So they don't want like any surprises. And obviously with these companies, it's like that. It's conservative. In many occasions, obviously everything informed. But it's
peace of mind.
It's peace of mind.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and
we like that because obviously our clients are the kind of type of clients.
Yeah. So it really fits. You get the company, a solvent company, a huge company, a number one company. As Pedro said, we could only deal with one, so we chose that one because, I mean, if a client has a need, we could rely on, is something to rely on.
Sure. But especially for yourselves, if they do the health insurance and, there's probably 3 or 4 that you really need them to do, and they do.
Yeah, they're very, very good on home insurance.
Yeah.
Very good. They've got a very good service, They do have health, death, investments, pets.
Yeah, of course, pet insurance, yeah.
You could go, well, we did publish in the website when you go into insurance, you will click and you'll see how many things they could do. Equity release, they're doing it now.
All right.
Is a new project.
What about yachts and boats?
That's right.
Yes,
they do.
Course, that's be a thing here.
Yeah, they do, but sometimes it's difficult, Sometimes they're very conservative companies, and they like to review everything very, very specific, which I don't disagree, No.
Yeah, it can be a bit of a specialist thing, that, of course.
Well,
but I'm sure they deal with it.
You touch base here on a case. We have a client who bought a yacht recently, I mean, they were in a rush, and they went to these international insurance. I cannot remember. Unfortunately, after X amount of time, they found a problem in the motor, and nobody covers that, and and sometimes you need to be careful when you do the due diligence,
Yeah.
And
that would be the sort of thing that you would rush in and buy. I think, I want this now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That was the problem.
Whereas they didn't do the test. What you need to do, if you're thinking about buying a boat, to try it first, you go and stand in the shower and throw €50 notes into down the drain, and it gives you an idea of what it's going to be like as a boat owner.
Yeah.
It's true, yeah. Let's talk some more in just a few minutes' time. Here it's exactly 4:30. This is BayRadio. I think it may be true about divorces after Christmas, because you've been thrown together, these couples, and have a few refreshing drinks, and they fall out, and finally it could be the last straw for some people. So do you get many of those? But I know there is one thing that you said does definitely increase.
I think it's more in the summertime.
Summertime is increased.
When they've been on holiday together for 2 weeks.
After 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's real. It's real. Statistics, it says, we feel obviously after summertime, it happens that we have some questions, queries, or at the end open the proceedings in order to start divorce. Yeah.
10 days together with the kids.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, we get these international divorces, which are complex sometimes.
Sure, I suppose so. Yeah.
The best way through is to try to find solutions, especially with kids, and sensible solutions. But when there is no sensible, then you only have the court case. And the court case, to be honest, is not going to really fix the whole problem. But sometimes you have no other option than going through the courts. But we try to avoid it as much as we can, because it's not going to heal any. Yeah,
it happens a lot. Right now, international couples, they live maybe in Spain, or they live maybe in some other country, but one of them is Spanish or wants to live in Spain, or vice versa. And at the end, in the process of separation, they want to move, but they have children, and that's obviously is
a hook here.
It's we could measure like a kidnapping or something like that. It's like an international kidnapping. In terms of you do it illegally, you do it with the consent of the other parent.
Yeah.
So at the end, there's a complication situation that happens in our eyes, where you live somewhere and you want to move and you want to bring your children, your son, your daughter, and cannot be done, because obviously there is some international conventions that you have the other parents that is has left to be seen the children in order to start denuncia straightforward to bring back the children to the residency country where they are. So it happens a lot. This international is a complex about jurisdictions, about international conventions, about how to proceed with this. And apart from the assets and financial situations, and there's a complexity on that.
This is another one as well that you were brought up to believe. It's probably changed a little bit. That it was always in Spain, the custody battle. Always the mother will always win. But not necessarily the case?
Does
it depend on circumstances, I suppose, who's done
right
what?
now, in a standard situation, is a normal situation, will be like a shared custody. Unless there are some situations like you said, like a little baby, for example, that does not happen in some phases. And obviously, if the parents, they live in different cities, obviously this is something that is the judge is going to decide, and in these cases normally is decide in the favor of the mother. Obviously, you need to prove and show about the conditions and everything, and about the property. Where at the end, I always say to clients, the judge do not really care about father, do not really care about mother, really cares about the children.
Yeah,
that's really the main focus about the judge.
Best for them,
and this is what law in Spain has.
Yeah.
Exactly. And obviously, if there is a fight about who's going to take care, who's going to have a custody, will be dealt into that. But the judge at the end cares about the place where the children are going to live. How's going to have like a security atmosphere, like a school, family, when they're going to be well protected this is what is going to be focused at the end, the judge, in case it's a conflict. Obviously, we always recommend conciliation, mediation, because going to a court and someone else, which is a judge, is a third party, do not know anyone really about the writing and about a court hearing, listening to you that day, that specific hour. I think is not.
Well, it didn't tell you the whole story.
Exactly, to put them in a situation where, sometimes it cannot be done in a different way, but mediation or conciliation should be done before by the parties, by the lawyers, by...
Something this is not really a fun topic, but you were just saying, Ignacio, about this time of year and inheritance, and we get people passing away over the winter, I suppose, rather than not the festive period. It's
Yeah, I really think it's statistics, and because of the cold or the illness. In the summertime, I remember when we used to deal with a lot of inheritance from ASV. We used to be the lawyers that are dealing with the inheritance from that company, the tanatorios.
Yes.
They were statistics.
Exactly.
So they already know a percentage, and I really think it's 2 waves, the winter and the summer. And then you have peaks. And now, unfortunately, Well, yesterday, all the appointments in London, they were talking about inheritance. So if I have 4 appointments, it was 4 in a row.
Really?
Yeah. They accumulate and it happens, and it's January is a month about that, to talk about that specifically because of a percentage of probabilities on passing away.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the heat in the summertime as well, it happens.
That's true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess it's got a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I guess wintertime it's more with flu and illness maybe than the temperature.
Yeah,
although inside a lot of these buildings, it's not exactly toasty sometimes. If you can't afford to heat the place either.
I think it's a mixture of circumstances, because if you're very ill, sometimes it's very hard to pass the winter because of the flu. I mean, probably we all 3 had flu in Christmas.
I had something that's back to back. Yes,
Yeah.
It's just lasted the whole time.
Yeah, and I got it as well, and it lasts almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And and when you are old or you have illness, it's harder. So I think that's one of the reasons. And then if you have extra illness, and then it's hard to.
It's probably the same in other countries. I mean, it's going to be
everywhere.
one of those things. Yeah,
or probably even worse because it's colder over there.
Yes, right. Yeah.
So yeah. But now the talking today about inheritance. Well, actually, Pedro, there was saying on the newspapers today. Well, I don't know whether this is one of these things that Montero wants to spread the rumor about inheritance tax. Now they are trying to. Suggesting that the state does like solidarity tax. Now, well, that's what they say. It doesn't mean that they're going to get it. Well, they're saying that they're thinking about a tax that removes the possibility of autonomous communities to have the power to reduce and create allowance for inheritance tax. So at the moment, we have the 100,000 euros allowance. Then on main property, another 195,000 euros, 95 reduction on the tax. Then whatever tax you have in Group 1, which is parents and children, then you have 99% off. Okay?
Yes.
Which is very low, really.
Very little.
Yeah, nothing.
Very little. I mean, even if we're talking about 1.5 million, you could be talking about probably 4,000 euros tax. Okay? That's roughly what I've been working on today with another one. So... And now the state is saying, well, I'm sorry, we're going to take over so the communities can now give extra allowance to, and then we're going to have the full control of it. It's like solidarity tax and wealth tax.
Yeah,
They've done exactly the same.
Is that Irene Montero from...
No, that's was an AD name from Hacienda.
From Hacienda, from
not politician.
Yeah,
many they're announcing things, not about taxes, about many other things. I think it's like a coating of in order to avoid to speak about all the corruption situations that are happening right now on the government, on the family president. I mean, all this is happening really. And now they speak about Julio Iglesias. Now I speak.
Yes.
I mean, all these issues. I mean, there is like a coating to avoid speaking about. I mean, for us, the citizens to control and audit what they are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is because you remember when I think it was a couple of years ago, they said, "Oh, if you are non-resident or you are a foreigner, you have a property in Spain, you're going to pay 100% more taxes."
That's right.
That's true.
I mean, that was bullshit.
Yeah, that's right.
Nothing happened, and we knew this.
These things get said, and then people think it's coming in for sure, but it's got to go through Parliament, and also, and it's to repeal that power of the autonomous communities. That's not easy. It's not going to go through that easily.
I think you never know is the answer.
No.
You never know, because with Golden Visa, I didn't really think, but probably was more a politics thing.
It was
well.
a politics thing, yeah.
And to be honest, what's the point of it? Do you really think they have avoided the problem or they made more money? No, it's just politics. So I mean, I think it's fair. We pay enough taxes. That's number one. We pay good enough. So even if you pass away, your relatives, your beneficiaries, at least Group 1, needs to pay again.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Now the good part of here, and let's be honest, is being removed recently, 2 years ago here in this community. So it's a politics approach. Now Group 1, which is family, to be honest, is very well treated.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair enough because all this money is being taxed.
Yeah. No, I always say, I say it to everyone when we bring the subject up, it's a real humbug tax. Isn't it?
Yeah, what about wealth taxes?
Wealth tax, yeah.
You have already paid taxes to have your assets. Why is tax?
Is all money prepaid, pre-tax, and now, I mean, the concept I think is wrong, but when we talk with Americans, it's a bit more scary than it really, because the wealth tax it probably is not as much as it sounds. You know, we have this sliding scale in the website.
Yeah, and the threshold
and it's not that much. Well, obviously, if you have 20, 30,000 millions, then you need to make a decision, not probably to be tax resident in Spain.
All right.
But the other option you have is have a company. So if you have a company, then you don't pay wealth tax. But yes, as Pedro said, if I already paid to earn this money, why do I need to pay extra?
Because really this kind of, the wealth tax, for example, the amount of money that the administration gets because of that is very little. It's very, very little. I mean, in the Comunidad Valenciana, in Valencia region, is at least around 21,000 people pay wealth tax. And what they get is really little. I mean, it's not going to change anything about the budget of annual project. Nothing to do. It's just a political issue for some side of a politics saying, "Oh, we've done this to the rich people." This kind of argument, which is not really. It's not going to happen anything really. Because I'm sure that was happening, and we feel that. I mean, because at the end we have appointments with clients that they want to move, and whenever we say it's a wealth tax. When we say that, right now the threshold is being increased, but when we say that, many of them, I remember that many of them say, "Oh, I'm not going to go there. I mean, I don't want to pay because I have already paid." So we lost the opportunity to get people here with a good income, with good assets, to maybe obviously consume, maybe invest in companies, create business, employees. We lost that opportunity for the last, 10 years, 20 years. And it's something that, how much money have we lost because of that?
Yeah, what is that? Is that the threshold of around 3 million, the wealth tax?
At the moment,
wealth is 1 million.
Right.
Per peso.
Our solidarity tax was the other one.
Yeah, 3.7.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, I get confused. And I don't know why I get confused, because none of it affects me. Not even close. Yes. We'll get back into doing the webinars, and you're talking about a seminar that's coming up. If you haven't got the details, it's fine. But it's
I cannot remember now.
There is stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah, it's coming over. We're going to do one seminar in La Finca in the south part of Alicante. We're going to join with another financial advisor. They will talk about their bit, and we will talk about inheritance tax. Quite interesting, but that is going to be the old-fashioned way of a seminar.
Yes, turn up.
For those who would like to have a coffee and some pastry.
That's right, yeah. I'll come along to that.
Yeah, that will be 11 o'clock. But I don't have the details. But but Joe has the details.
Yeah.
So.
Is it far off? How long?
That's Benihofar. That's by Quesada.
Yeah, no, sorry. I mean, date-wise, is it long
I
time
think 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Oh, fine.
2-3 weeks time.
Oh, fine.
I'm not sure if we have it announced in the website.
Not yet.
Or not yet.
Not yet.
Keep an eye on the socials and
We'll publish it in our website.
Yeah, we'll share it here.
I mean, for those who like to be personal and go and popping, I think it will be a good opportunity.
People do with those seminars. They turn out in big numbers. Yeah,
people likes that.
Yeah,
likes the human touch.
Yeah, sure. And otherwise, you'll probably do more of your live webinars at a venue, but also the online ones will continue, I'm sure, in the new year, right?
We still need to just put a date.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up now with all the emails, everything.
Yeah, of course.
But probably by the end of after this seminar, we might think about a topic and start back again.
Because those are very, very popular. You can obviously join from wherever you are. You time them so that people in the States, it's daytime roughly, so that they can join in, certainly on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And I think one of the last ones you did, the number of people that signed up was great.
Yeah, I think it was 150 people, devices, and they just it's recorded, and then you can watch it back. So.
Yes, you don't have to join, but you can still watch it or watch it back. And they are on the website to watch back anyway. Most of the topics covered within live TV bits.
Yeah, we try. Obviously, if you entry on the live, obviously you can make questions, and some way we try to answer all of them. But there are many questions that we cannot answer, no time, but is.
But then they can follow up and contact you anyway, I suppose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own specific questions, so you need a lot of time as well to answer that. So sometimes better personal appointments, but general is great. opportunity. Yeah.
Just cover the like we do on here, I suppose. We cover the basics. People will have, it's a case-by-case basis. You get into more detail with them. And it is AlicanteLawyers.es. That can get you there, but payheredia.com.